Hello, Lucid Dreamers. Mike here. Before we get into the podcast, I just want to add a little bit to the beginning. We actually recorded this back on February 3rd, and I just wasn't at all happy with how it turned out. Seems like meditation is a really huge topic for us, and we didn't know a whole lot about it, and it's definitely not something we fully understand or have come anywhere near mastering. But we do see the value in it, and not only for lucid dreaming, but for an overall improvement of waking life. So I kind of sat on this and had planned to scrap it, but I really hated to let an entire episode fall through the digital cracks of the internet. So I finally said fuck it, and I'll just do some minimal editing and put it out there for you guys. I know we probably got a lot of shit wrong, but we just like asking the bigger, deeper questions about lucid dreaming and all things related to it. So you guys are always so supportive and kind to us, so please keep that up, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. Enjoy, guys.
Lucid for Life.
Welcome back to the Lucid for Life podcast, everyone. It's Mike and Dave here. We are Lucid for Life.
Hi.
What's up, Dave?
What's going on, Mr. Coon?
Not much. Got a little bit of news to talk about, I guess.
Okay, let's hear it.
We actually spent a little money and got our own domain name.
What? What is it called, Mike? What is it called?
Well, it was really tough to, come up with a domain name, but I was thinking lucidforlife.com.
Ooh, I like it. It's catchy.
Yeah.
Lucidforlife.com, baby!
And there's no, it's lucid, the actual word lucid for life, no letter, or number 4.
Yeah. No confusion now.
So, and
beautiful.
Also, we have our own email, or different emails. You can email Mike at lucidforlife.com and David at lucidforlife.com.
Yeah.
The other email address will still be open just for people that are listening to the old podcast, but
we'd like to switch. Make a little switch. So if you want to talk to Mike, send him a little chat, send him a little note, send him a little love letter. Hey, no jokes, no love letters. We're both married, but we do love you. We do love you.
Why don't you tell everyone what today's episode is about?
Oh, meditation.
No.
None of that bullshit, though. I mean, there is some of that. To each is his own, but it's all on good fun. What's the first thing you think of?
Some Buddhist monk sitting with robes and legs crossed, fingers pinched together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I asked my wife. That same question, and that's what she told me too. So it's like,
oh no shit.
I was like, no. It's not. It doesn't have to be like that.
Hey, Chrissy, come here for 1 second, baby. Come here. She's so shy. I wanted to see what she was gonna think. I never even thought to ask her. It's a really good idea. Yeah, but that's the first thing that I think of. Is I think of that like a Gandhi or something, in a robe of some sort, barefoot.
Yeah.
But either way, it'd be nice to clear the air a little bit and talk a little bit more about something that could be surfacing more on everybody's health benefits from this, and whatever's making it surface, other than the health benefits as well. It's enjoyable, and it's all connected to lucid dreaming. I mean, that's how I learned about meditation. That's what made me meditate for one of my first times. Was lucid dreaming brought me to meditation. I think it's a very important subject to talk about. So,
right on. Well, I just want to tell everybody we're not experts at meditation. Or at least,
except for I'm a fucking expert.
Well, you might be.
I'm just kidding. We all know I am not an expert.
But we're beginners, and this is the stuff that we've researched and just trying to learn what meditation is on our own. And I want to keep it simple. I don't want to get into the weird philosophies and religion and spirituality and that stuff.
There's a big background, obviously, to it.
Oh, that's great. If that's your thing, fine. But there's so many ideas about meditation and chakra energies and all that stuff. So I kind of want to I really don't want to get into that because I really don't know shit about it. So at least that's my thought.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could go a little deeper into that too, because we talked previous podcasts about the chakras and stuff like that. I think it's just more of focus point. If you focus more on one thing, now we'll talk about different ways, but that's the way I was taught. Actually, was through the chakras and stuff like that. But obviously, I've learned to cross thread that with just your average meditation. It's just focusing on key points and yada yada yada. We won't go down that road again, but I think it all has to do with focus. And when I'm focusing, if I can keep my mind focused on free of thought, so it's kind of hard to even say that, but to just try and keep your mind clear, it's very good focus. So
yeah, you mentioned the chakras. You know, I think I've played with it a little bit, and I think maybe it's I mean, who knows? There might actually be like energy going through your body that you're channeling or whatever, but I think mostly it's kind of like a placebo effect.
Yes.
I mean, because your mind is a powerful thing, and it's most powerful when it affects, you know, your internal thoughts and, you know, just things you feel and whatever.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it may all be fake, but if it's real
I love
to
the
you,
placebo.
yeah, if it's real to you, then it's real to you. So
I love the placebo effect. That's awesome that you bring that up. I love the first time I ever heard it was they do it in studies, and they were telling me that, well, they give some a water pill. Well, why do they give them a water pill? Well, there's a placebo effect. Well, so you're telling me that somebody can think they're being cured by a water pill? Like, yeah, that's why they do that. That's why doctors give certain subjects this and certain subjects none and certain subjects a placebo, you know? And it's like, oh my gosh, this is mind blowing. Like, how long have they known about this, you know? And it's just crazy how your mind itself can play, I wouldn't say tricks on you, but I mean, if you really think that you're recovering, you could recover, you know? Anything can happen. So.
I know. I'm so shocked that they don't go, your belief can make things happen in your body. You know, people go like, oh, it's just a placebo effect. You know, well, something's happening. Why don't we talk about that?
Yeah.
But
so how does placebo line up again with meditation so much?
Well, I was just thinking about the chakras and the energy stuff. You know,
okay.
I'm not sure that's real, but I felt effects.
But if you believe it,
so yeah,
if you believe it to be,
and you know, it's
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, and as when we're talking about astral projection a few episodes back, all that stuff helps. It really does help. So whatever.
Yep.
I don't want to get into it because I really don't know.
Right, and I was going to bring up astral projection again too, but again, I don't want to get into it either. So carry on. Well,
I was thinking we could just jump right into the most simplest thing, and it's mindfulness. There's all kinds of meditation, different ways to meditate, and a lot of it gets religious, so I just figured mindfulness, that's what I practice, so we'll just go with that.
So, well, what exactly would you say is mindfulness? Just being aware of your surroundings? I mean, what do you mean by mindfulness?
That's one way. Well, we talked about ADA, all-day awareness.
Right.
That's basically mindfulness. Someone took mindfulness and applied it to lucid dreaming and put their own label on it. It's still just mindfulness. So, you know, I mean, that's basically like the active part of meditation. Like during your day, just focus on your surroundings and just basically pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot harder to do that than to actually, or it's a lot easier to say. You know what I mean? You say, I'm going to be mindful, and it just doesn't happen.
Oh,
it's so easy to to lose that focus that we were talking about earlier. It's so easy to lose that focus. And if you can't hold that focus, you can't retain that focus. And meditation is just, it's nothing to be intimidated by, because everybody can do this. Everybody can relax and find peace and calmness within themselves. Not to get all philosophical, but it's just relaxing. I love it.
Yeah, and another way to meditate, it's real simple, is just focus on your breath. So you breathe in and you breathe out, and that's all you think about. You can count, I guess. So you breathe in, count 1, breathe out. But yeah, it's really simple. Just focus on your breathing.
Mike.
What?
That was way too short.
You think?
Yeah, just tell somebody to... Yeah. You can't just tell somebody to focus on their breathing. They gotta have something to counteract it. So, wait. Time out. I just had an epiphany. That's what we usually tell people, right? That you need to count how many times. You need to do this, and you should do this. I think what you said is actually perfect. Just focus on your breathing. That you don't need seven heartbeats in, 7 heartbeats out. No, you know what I mean, or count to 5 on your in and count to 6 on your out, or anything. Just focus on your breathing and relax. Keep everything relaxed.
Right,
it's simple. It's simple.
Yeah, man, keep it simple. That's what I like.
That's beautiful.
It doesn't have to be complicated and weird. And, yeah, I've been doing the breathing thing, and meditation in general. It's really difficult to just focus on one thing. That's pretty much. I got a list of shit here. It's
mind wanders.
Basically, you're just focusing on something. It can really be any fucking thing you want.
A penis, a big, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe.
And not for every. Not. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird. Whatever you're into.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's. So when you're meditating, when you're meditating. This is really hard to explain. I realize that
I'm
now.
so
It's
sorry.
weird.
It's so much fun.
I know. We don't know what the fuck meditating is. We just do it.
No. Oh, well, no, tell them what the definition is, Mike.
I don't have that up anymore. Oh, yeah, dude.
Meditation is the act of meditating.
Oh, yeah, right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's some philosophical
That was on
shit.
dictionary.com. That's real helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dictionary.com.
Thank you kindly. 5 stars from Lucid.
But yeah, I mean, the biggest problem I have with meditation is it's hard. You're not. See, I used to think that you're concentrating on stopping your thoughts, and I think there's something to be said about that. It's interesting, but really you're supposed to let your thoughts flow without really paying any attention to them. So that's why you need something else to focus on, because it's almost impossible to just say, I'm going to stop thinking. 3 seconds later, you're thinking about
there's no way.
Masturbation.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
That would be your mind, I think. But
well, did you say 3 seconds later?
Yeah, 1 second.
I think that
a fraction
I
of
was
a
going to say
second.
that'd probably at least be the average mind.
Oh.
Oh man, but yeah, man, yeah.
But yeah, so what you're supposed to do when that happens, don't get pissed off at yourself or aggravated. Just let it go and return back to the present moment. Don't think about the past, the future, or anything else. Just the present moment and that thing you're focusing on.
Yep. Yeah, even letting your mind wander, though, can always be an act of meditation as well, right?
Yeah, I read about that a little bit. I'm not sure I totally understand it, but it's...
I got into that, dude. And it's,
Did you?
Explain the guy... Okay, I read this on dreamviews.com, and it was under... Now, I hate to give this guy credit if he wasn't the first on it, because he probably wasn't, but excuse me if you were. Jeff Freefall's Technique on dreamviews.com, and it's beautifully orchestrated. He kind of draws it out a little bit, but it's pretty simple if you put it like this. As you're falling asleep while you're meditating, or after you do your wake back to bed, you just relax, meditate, and let your thoughts go. But every so often, like you want it to be kind of like not on cue, let's keep it simple, but every so often just remind yourself that you're going to be in a lucid dream, or what you're doing right now is laying here meditating. That's what you're doing. Remind yourself of what you're doing. And then let your thoughts keep doing whatever they want, but just remind yourself. And I had some crazy, crazy dreams and lucid dreams, and it was just so much fun. And the free fall act, you just let your thoughts go. And like what you were saying earlier is, sometimes you just can't help it. I mean, your mind's not just prone to stop, so you're going to keep thinking. So I think that's a good way of meditating, or approach to it, I guess I should say.
Yeah, I've only I don't have good luck with that method for wild. It puts me right to sleep, but I guess I don't have something to ground me out. But that kind of reminds me, like, I think the deepest I ever been in meditation was when I noticed all this shit going on in my mind, but it was like background noise. I didn't know what my mind was saying and what these images were. It was just like almost outside of my mind, and I'm like totally grounded in just the nothingness. You know what I mean? It's
I'm just gonna be honest. Not exactly.
It's hard to explain.
So there's something in the background. There's something going on that is there, but you can't exactly. You don't exactly know what it is. You just know it's there.
Your thoughts literally, they're going freely, but they become just like some background noise. Like, the TV's on in the other room and you're not paying any attention to it, but if you focus on it, you know what it's saying.
Okay.
So that's how my thoughts got. And it didn't last very long, maybe a second or two. Then I started thinking about what I was experiencing, which ruins the whole thing. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So I think that's at least maybe the beginning of getting deeper into meditation. I don't know. I haven't gone that far into it, but
okay.
I mean, it's hard. It's so hard to explain what exactly you're experiencing, because you're really not supposed to be paying any attention to that either. So
yeah, I don't know. For some reason, maybe it was because I found meditation through lucid dreaming. Even though I knew what meditation was, I didn't think it could be so, I guess, relevant to everything that I'm doing now. But lucid dreaming, I found meditation, so I always think that meditation always reverts to lucid dreaming in some sense. And I don't think that I'm right, but I'm just saying that's how I kind of see it, I guess. So once you take meditation to the next level would be able to use that meditation into producing a lucid dream. And that's just my sight on it. Like, well, I'm not going to just go lay down and meditate for no reason. I'm going to go lay down to try and have a lucid dream, but I'm going to meditate to get there. You see what I'm saying? So, but I know there's so many other good benefits, so I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm just saying, like, that's why I meditate, is lucid for life, baby.
I guess it's a type of meditation. But generally my thought is just having a daily practice of meditation will just help with your lucid dreaming. It gives you that focus and that concentration that's like really important for not only getting lucid, but while you're inside the lucid dream, it gives you more control and
stability.
It makes the dreams more stable. You're not thinking about a million other things. You're just focused on the dream and keeping the dream going and making your dream last longer.
Unless you're a beginner. I mean, Mike, you're good, so you keep on chugging along. But me, I get to that stage in my meditation, and I've called you so many times and text you. I'm like, dude, the noise is like a machine gun was going off in my ear. You're like, yep, you got to get through it. It's like, there is some stages to that point, but when it comes to just relaxing, meditating, it's so simple. It's so simple. But then there's that breaking point into lucid.
I mean, I think what you're talking about a lot mostly is the doing a wild. which is it's different though.
I like to say it's the same. I like to say it's exactly the same. It's just a different approach to meditation.
It's just a different goal, I guess. Yeah, because I've read some people talking about meditating, and all this weird stuff happens to them when they go deep into it. Maybe after like 30 minutes or an hour, and I think that's very closely linked to slipping right into a dream state. So, I mean, maybe. But what I find is if I meditate laying down, I pass out of sleep really fast. So that's my problem. I actually use it to fall asleep. If I have insomnia or something, I'm not really meditating per se. I just do that. Well, what I used to think is just block out the thoughts in your head type of thing, and I pass out in like a minute maybe, but.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah, I mean, why is that odd?
I don't know. Like, I can't ever go to sleep, but unless I get a good hard day's worth of work in, then I pass right out, no matter where I'm sleeping, really. But so you lay flat on your back, is what you're saying, and you're out?
Yeah, if I try to meditate, I'm just saying if I try to meditate laying down, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Oh, come on. So can you sit in a chair and meditate pretty well then?
Yeah, if I'm setting up in a chair, or just in the bed with the pillow behind my back or whatever, just a comfortable position.
You gotta be propped up. You gotta be propped up to meditate.
Yeah.
Okay, but what? So what about when you're trying to do a wild? What would you do? Would you prop yourself up?
No, I focus more on like body awareness.
Okay. So what do you do when you're meditating then? I'm not
focusing
trying to
on breath.
Sorry. Okay, so you focus on your breath during meditation, but you focus on your body during a wild.
Yeah. Same.
I
got it.
What's the big difference? It's all about focus.
Same thing.
It's all about focusing on one thing, just like back to the chakras. You're focusing on your chakras. Back to the. I mean, I'm not trying to knock it. I'm just trying to say, I think wild and, I mean, there's certain things like DILD, dream-induced lucid dream. That's different. You're waking up out of it and then you're focusing, go back in it. That's like a shorter version, but it's still meditation. It's still focusing on the dream at hand. No, I guess a dream-induced lucid dream is completely different. Excuse me. Dream exit-induced lucid dream would be different. But I think we categorize these so much, but I don't know. I keep wanting to simplify it more and more and more.
Yeah.
And I think wild is a form of meditation, all in all.
Yeah, you have a good point, and maybe I don't know.
And
why
I'd like you to argue with me, because if we had a little debate about this, it might bring some more information about this. Like, do we want to simplify it more? Do we want to make it more complex? I mean, the mind is a beautiful thing. It is very complex, but when it comes to meditation, do we want to simplify that? Do we want to make that, expand that, and to categorize it, or what? It might be how you meditate, but when it boils down to is it focus? Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, it's a good point. It is closely linked, meditation and wild, but your goal is different. Like, if I'm meditating during the day, I'm just meditating for all the benefits of meditating, and
we should actually get into that.
We will. But when I wild, my goal is to fall asleep into awareness, into the dream.
Okay.
So maybe I need to think about it being more of the same thing, and maybe that way I won't pass out so fast. But
well, or maybe in the same sense, what you're doing is perfect. I mean, you're doing a hell of a lot better than I am. I can't argue with you on that. So, but I guess my main focus, if I'm ever laying down to meditate, is, like I said before, is always just for a lucid dream. So maybe I should try and meditate on something else, but I just don't know what. I'm always, like I said, lucid dream, meditation always reverts back to lucid dreaming for me. I'm laying down and I'm aware.
That reminds me, someone on Dream Views, I think we mentioned her before, Paige Imps.
Yes, Paige.
I read that
You're awesome.
She focused on breathing and counting. I believe both are separate. I don't know, but I remember she would do something like that, and to go into a wild. And now that I think about it, that was pretty much meditation. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, good point.
Thank you. Hell yeah! I'm not even gonna hold it in. I feel good. Just glad I brought
I just don't. I don't know, because it's still weird for me because I don't know. Someone.
Could be a sore subject, you know.
Well, someone. I guess people have different ideas, and someone kind of got it into my head that wilding is not really meditation, but I guess it's similar. But I don't know. Maybe it is the same thing. I don't know.
Well,
and
I mean, I
guess it doesn't really matter.
No, and you're right, and it's fun though. It's fun to categorize too because you have a certain way. You found something that works for you, and it's worked more than once, and you're like, I have to tell the world. I have to tell the world about this. Where other place to do it than on a Lucid website or some place that speaks of meditation? You know, if it works for you, it's got to work for others, right? And you know, it might, but you put so much effort into doing it a certain way, you're not focusing on the key point here, and that's just relaxing and keep trying to keep your mind clear. I guess in a sense, or whatever. But I talked about the free fall technique too, so it's hard to steer clear from that version of it, you know.
Yeah, and everybody, they want to have their own thing. They want to have their own name to it. They want to have credit for it. And I'm gonna rant a little bit here. Pretty much every technique is already figured out, and there's, you know, Stephen LaBerge came up with the basic lucid dreaming techniques. There's only been one technique that I found that was truly in its own category, and it's SSILD.
Booyah!
So, you know,
what is SSILD for the people that have not been caught up on our previous podcast?
Well, we've talked about that already.
I know, but just what does it stand for?
Shit. Oh, senses. Something fucking. I don't remember.
Caught you off guard, buddy.
What is it? Do you remember?
No, no idea. That's why I asked.
Okay. Well, basically, you're doing cycles while you're falling asleep. You focus on vision, then you focus on sound, and then you focus on the feeling of your body. And you just do that in cycles, and somehow it helps you get lucid later when you're in a dream state. But you know,
senses initiated lucid dream.
There you go. That's it. I knew senses.
Where's
something.
The other S? Where's the two S's? Just must be to break up the S's in senses.
That's what fucked me up, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense why it would fuck you up. Sorry, buddy. Senses initiated lucid dreaming, and right here, the first site on SSILD is Dream Views. So we keep promoting them, but hey, that's where I started. So
here's a guy that posted that Cosmic Iron. I think his name was.
I did not look.
Okay, well that's cool. I think that's his name. Cosmic some.
I went to click on it, and the mobile page is not up. So.
But anyway, you know what I was bitching about was,
bitch.
Quit making shit up. You know.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
You know, it's like ADA. Okay. Oh yeah, I got this new technique. Everybody should try it. It's called All Day Awareness.
Bam! In your face. Try it.
It's
don't try it.
That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Or FILD. It's just a spin on wild. So I would rather people say, I have a different approach to wild, but they want to put a term on it. So I guess it makes it simpler. I don't know, but I find it very confusing as well because you have all this other shit. You know, you're trying to search for a technique. And you have all these weird FILD. I saw one on Reddit. It was Can Wild or something. And it confuses a lot of people. So, you know, like we said, keep it simple.
You know what confuses me, Mike? You use Reddit for something other than, like, porno?
Well, they don't have that anymore, I don't think.
Oh, well, I haven't used it in a long time because they haven't had good porno.
Oh. I think I tried to look that up once, and it was like something about people who were trying to quit porn. It was
Really?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
interesting.
well,
That's all I
good
could
for
find.
them. Good for them. But
anyway, I'm done bitching. So
well, good. Do you
it's just
feel any
something-
better?
it's
No,
just-
yeah, I agree with you.
I mean,
though,
I'm not
100%.
I'm not trying to bash anybody, but it's just
Bash them, Mike. No, bash them.
We all
Tell
love
them how it is.
everybody.
Just
Love
kidding.
everybody.
Yeah, I wrote that on a Porta John stall once.
Did you? No, that's just my pet peeve, I guess. Anyway,
I wanted to be different.
That's not the purpose of this episode.
Well, yeah, we can do it though, like a little side skit.
Yeah.
Mike Coon, bitch fest. Episode 1.
Just have a little segment in every
Yeah.
podcast, like in the middle, and I just start
Right.
bitching about shit.
What's wrong, Mike? These fucking people. They're finger-induced lucid dreams. It's bullshit. I hate it. Let's do it, Mike.
No.
Come on. I was talking about the skits.
Yeah, you never mentioned that again, so
Okay, whatever, dude.
we'll talk about that later.
I
Were you
love
serious?
it.
Or
I love
you-
putting you on the spot.
Were you
Look at me.
serious?
Look at my face.
I can't. Oh, there you
I'm
go.
fucking serious, bro.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, back to meditation.
So I kind of mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. I another thing I think about now, because I'm not thinking about the guy going when I think of somebody who's meditating, it makes me think. Now I got this image of like what I want to be. I want to be that guy that's doing cardio. I wish I liked cardio, so I'm not trying to be fake here. But this is how I would like to picture myself as someone who meditates.
Okay.
He's wearing the gym shorts and the gym shirt, and he's doing the cardio, and he's running around, and he's going to the gym, and he does these extravagant things where he's hiking up a hill, and he finds this nice place in the shade, and then he wants to rest there, so he parks up against the long side of a tree, and that's where he lays to meditate. That's where he rests to meditate for a minute. And that's like a visual I'd like to see. A nice little vacay. A little getaway. A little cardio, something to get the heart rate up, and then something to bring it right back down in a meditation. And none of that Om shit. I'm talking just some good cardio. Cardiovascular, and then a nice relax. Bring a snack or something. Get a little fat. But you know what I'm saying. And everybody pictures it different, and everybody's going to paint a different portrait for themselves where they're sitting right now, and mine's going to be different from everyone else's, but you can get a feel for what I'm trying to say. I'm seeing that healthy person, that person that do good feel guy that wants to go out there do better for mankind, and then he's chilling up here on this rock, just chilling, meditating. None of that Om shit.
Yeah, it'll be different for everybody.
Right.
I mean, I actually did the Om shit today for about 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, how did that
I mean,
go?
I have it. Well, it's weird. I feel weird making sounds when I meditate
Me too.
for some reason.
Yeah.
I only do it if I'm alone and nobody will hear me. But
I
I have an app that does that Om shit for me, and then I can just focus on that, and then just kind of mentally say the Om.
that would really help.
So there's something to be said about a mantra and chanting. It can be Om, or it can be whatever awareness. You can just keep saying awareness. It's just something to focus on. So
Focus.
yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I feel like I'm butchering this whole thing, but I'm pretty
Stop.
much. I got a list here of just some simple stuff that to focus on while you're meditating. So, one was just focusing on your environment. It's more of an active way to do it, but you're still focusing on something other than your thoughts. I mentioned breathing, music, preferably something instrumental that doesn't have words, or the binaural beats, or even I've listened to some.
How do you say that?
I say it wrong, I'm sure.
I say it wrong, I'm sure. How do you say it?
You know, that's what's weird because, you know, it's like the
How
whole...
do you say it wrong?
It's like the whole Jung thing. It's
Yeah,
Jung.
Jung.
Well, you're reading it, you read all this shit, and it's just the way it's spelled. But I say binaural, something.
Binaural. That's how I
Binaural?
say it. Binaural. I don't know how to
Binaural?
say it.
I don't even know if that's right. I've never heard anybody say it.
That's David at lucidforlife.com.
Well, we're going to put our
Message
foot
me.
down
Tell
right
me.
now, and we're going to make it officially binaural.
It's binaural.
But yeah, that's something I've actually tried to get lucid with, but yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, I have too, quite a few times.
But it's pretty good for meditating.
Yes.
Pretty good for meditating. I like it. But also I've played with the shamanic drumming. I can't talk right now. Shamanic drumming.
Is that like something you look up on YouTube or?
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube.
Are they beating on drums and shit?
You know, I heard some whack job talk about it on the radio. I don't know what his goal was, but I was thinking, well, I initially thought that it would be good to slip into a lucid dreaming state, just trying to focus on that. But, you know, same thing as meditation, so I've kind of used it to meditate on. It's just 4 beats really fast, you know. I think it's a, I don't know. I forgot how they It's just boom, 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 boom. It's just repetitive.
Keep that up, dude.
Yeah.
I'll start beatboxing.
But,
I'm just kidding.
You know, and that gets kind of weird. It's kind of tribal or whatever. That's
what I was getting at too. That sounds kind of weird.
But that's what they do with that stuff. They put themselves in altered states of consciousness, and they think it's more of the spirit world. But I mean, that's what they're doing.
I did a P90X thing, and in one of the things, they do the Om thing to relax.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't finish the video because I was laughing so hard.
It does.
Yeah, everybody was doing
cheesy.
it, and I was just like, "Oh, I can't do it. I can't."
Right.
Not even if I was in the room and everybody was serious. No way.
That's funny. Well, I was going to mention a few more things to focus on. I've actually used it while driving. I don't know. I don't recommend that to people, but I was literally just focused on the road, just not thinking about anything else but the road. That might be dangerous. I'm not sure. Get into that highway hypnotism state. And
you should definitely text while you're doing this too.
Yes.
No, don't do that.
But probably not the best idea. But yeah.
So what are you doing here exactly
while driving?
You're calling this meditation.
I guess
you're driving.
I guess it's more just awareness or whatever.
Well, no. Awareness is meditation. Hands down, dude.
Yeah.
It takes a lot, and to be aware, it really does take a lot to be aware, and that's where I go right back into focus. Being aware is focusing. It's focusing keen into your environment and what's around you. It's not just what's going on in your head right now, and then you remember 10 miles, you're driving 20 miles to work. You don't remember the past 10 miles or the 3 stoplights you went through because you're not being aware. You're going on with your thoughts in your head. Now it's time to be aware. Now it's time to be focused, and that's you're meditating. You're being mindful.
Yeah, I guess it's just meditating on your driving. So maybe it is safer. Who knows?
Yeah,
because I'm not. I think I'm not unaware of what I'm doing. I'm driving, but
well, everybody can admit to some complacency when it comes to driving because there hasn't been one person that's been driving for over 5 or 6 years that hasn't said, "Yeah, I do." Next time you're driving, just think back. Like, do you remember passing? What was the grocery store back there? Everybody loses track.
Yeah, I've totally gone. I don't actually remember getting here, but I knew where I was going, so it was weird.
Right. Or you need to stop taking so many Xanax bars. That's messed up.
But probably should avoid meditating while driving. Or at least don't do it because we said it. I don't want to be responsible for that, but.
I'm a doctor. I'm just kidding. I'm totally not a doctor.
But there is a thing. I guess what gave me the idea is there is a thing that the Buddhists do. It's called a walking meditation. So what they do is they don't really have a direction of where they're going. They're just totally focusing on putting one foot in front of the other, and they're just casually walking and totally focused on the act of walking, and that's it.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it would be. It would just see where you end up, you know. Probably not good.
Wait. That makes a whole new... See, I was making fun of it, and now you got me thinking. So you're not even focusing on, you're just focused on one foot in front of the other. You're literally not focused on where you're going. Just the whole train of thought is just on the act of walking.
Yeah.
I mean, I just repeated what you said. I understand,
it.
But now it's kind of sinking in a little bit. You could end up wherever, especially if you really focus in on just the act of walking.
Yeah, so you
That'd be pretty cool.
You get a little bit of exercise and meditation at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So I took that a step farther here recently. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I started jogging.
Toot that horn.
No. Everybody should exercise. I just been a lazy slug. Decided to stop doing that. But
that's how
it really helps your jogging. If I stopped looking straight in front of me and looked down more at the ground about a 45-degree angle, and I just focused on the act of
you got
jogging.
Hit by a car.
No.
I was just kidding. I'm sorry. Please go. I just seen you getting hit by a car. I put my head down.
We got trails through town that's totally safe.
Oh, that's cool. Wooded?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But,
all right. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, so I just focused on my breathing and my steps. And I just looked, a distance in front of me so I didn't trip on something or whatever. And it helped me because I stopped thinking about, oh, this sucks, this hurts. How much farther do I have? How fast am I running and all that stuff. And it really made the time just pass by, and it made everything much easier. So, because and then I looked up and I'm like, oh, I'm about done here. So it was really cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I don't know it's a lot. It takes a lot more out of you than you think. It's like, is it weird that or am I just lazy? Like, doesn't it take a lot to stay aware at all times, or to stay focused that long?
I think initially, yeah. But anything, it gets easier.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
It's learned.
Yeah, and it's
cool.
It's exercise for your mind, just like exercise for your body. So it gets easier as you go.
Hell yeah.
But I think we butchered how to meditate and confused everybody enough. We talked about lucid dreaming, the link between meditation and lucid dreaming. I think we covered that pretty well.
I think so.
So do you have some stuff on the scientifically proven benefits of lucid dreaming and health in general, or?
Well, I'm not going to relate my knowledge from the books and stuff. This is all from, I don't want to even be an advocate for Discovery or History or anything like that, because they play some bogus shows, but I have seen on, I want to say Through the Wormhole, I talk about that show a lot, the advocates of meditation, and they would take these test subjects and they would have them come in and actually have them sit there and make sure that they meditated, and would put them under, check their levels and whatever. I'm not going to get too detailed into it, but push came to shove. What ended up happening is the people that they had in there to meditate and the other people that they just had in there to BS, or however they had their controlled subject, the other ones seem to be a lot more stress-free. They seem to be less blood pressure, lower blood pressure, and there just seemed to be like overall state of mind was happier than anybody else that was relating to the same stresses that were in life. And I thought that was great. Huge discovery, whether it was, I don't know, widely thought as something that could be useful or not. But I mean, come on, it's lowering stress levels naturally. I mean, bye-bye medicine.
Yeah, and that's worth a lot. Just lowering your stress levels. I mean, we all deal with stress, man. It's not cool.
I fucking hate stress. It stresses me out.
Yeah. But like, yeah, so lower stress and also helps a lot with depression. Just the negative
Nancy's.
Well, I mean the negative side of
Nancy's. I'm so sorry. Negative Nancy's though. Come on.
But just the negative
Nancy's.
Damn it. And so yeah, it helps depression. You're picking me up, dude.
I'm such a jerk. I love you, Mike. You're the best.
Thank you.
Oh.
But yeah, it really does lower depression. I kind of deal with that a little bit, and I notice a difference when I've been meditating versus when I haven't been meditating, and it's just
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I think there's a part of me that when I'm meditating and I focus so much, I feel like I'm doing myself a favor, and I feel like I'm doing my body a favor, and I feel like I'm doing my mind a favor. But on the same hand, I feel like it's exhausting, like I was telling you before, and you were explaining to me like it's learned. Like you just got to keep on going. You got to keep on, keep on chugging along. I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn, I hope, but I've been going to the gym for quite some time, and sometimes it's a struggle to get your butt there. But when it comes to focusing and it comes onto your mind, I've given up a couple of times. I felt like I've had to start over when it comes back to meditating, and you just keep on and keep on and keep on. And Mike, I'm impressed. You don't stop. I mean, you slow down, man, but you don't stop, and you're just
well, I might stop for a little while, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but back in the ring, boxing gloves are on.
But studies have shown the stress and the depression, and what the fuck? Sorry, my computer freaked out. So not only stress and depression, it helps, protect against mental illnesses. Promotes, just general well-being. What's the word I'm looking for here? Oh yeah, you're less judgmental, you're more self-aware, and you're better listeners. So I just think it just does all these positive things for your mind, and I don't think it's gonna do it overnight. Obviously, it's gonna take some time, just like working out and whatever, before you start feeling the effects of it. So it's just something that helps you. You're very quiet.
Hello, Mr. Coon. That's twice I've knocked over that beer bottle.
But it affects more than just your mind. They say it helps with your immune system. It's fight off sicknesses.
Well, we both heard about too, if we're going to go into the body, that if you meditate on one thing to heal, I'm sure you've heard of this.
Right.
And say you have a sore back, and I'm feeling that right now. If you slowly meditate on anything, and we like to use white light, right, Mike? I mean, white light's healing. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah,
of
that's
healing,
what they all say.
Or hearts, whatever. But you imagine that being absorbed. That's active meditation, and it's a healing process towards your back. And back to the placebo effect. Could it be a placebo? Well, you can call it whatever you want. If it works, it works. So placebo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just an act of your mind. You can change things, but regardless, believe in it, and it will work.
Right. There's a whole list of all these benefits. Mental and physical. The thing that really got my attention, and I didn't believe it when I heard about it at first, but the source I was looking at was Huffington Post, and I don't think they would post bullshit, as well as ASAP Science video.
Love them.
But it
Love
actually,
ASAP.
they say it actually changes your brain, like physically, like.
Meditating?
Yeah, gray matter is denser in areas that affect learning and memory and emotion.
Very nice.
And yeah, so it's all beneficial for those areas. And that's really weird. Like, how does your just meditating change your actual brain structure? It's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's very interesting. How does it change the way your thought processes are during your I don't want to say waking hours because you're not sleeping during meditating, but your thoughtful hours, maybe I should say, or the hours that you're not meditating through everyday life. How is the thought process on that? I wonder. It's got to obviously improve. Less stress levels, like you were saying, but more onto like interactions with your coworkers. Are you less? If you're less stressful, you're gonna be less snappy. But are you gonna see changes in it like that long term?
Yeah, I don't know. I still hate the prick next door, so maybe I need to
but
meditate a little longer.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it'll keep you from lashing out at them next time, though.
Right. Yeah, it's all gradual benefits. This just accumulates, and maybe what benefits one person, it might have a different benefit for somebody else too. So who knows about that?
Right.
So I don't know, man. It's good for you.
What's that?
It's good for you. That's it.
Good. Done. It's good for you. Outro?
Well, do you want to talk about this email we got?
Ooh, is it like I didn't look it up. I kept your Evernote up.
Let me find it. Hold on.
Hold on. I am super sleepy. I don't know why. I'll take a shower.
Yeah. Damn it. Where the fuck is it? Okay, so we haven't pissed off everybody with our email shout-outs. We tend to butcher those, I think. But we got an email today from I'm just gonna say his first name. He doesn't say what he wants to be called, but his name is Jack.
What up, Jack? Yeah, baby. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, he said this is his favorite podcast, and
What?
He wants us to keep going. So thank you for the encouragement. We appreciate it.
Jack, you know what? I think let's do it. Let's keep going, Mike. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
I want to hear some excitement.
I think I'll do it. I'll do it.
You will? You will?
We'll do it.
Yes.
We'll keep doing it.
Yes. Psyched. We love the email. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. It's people like you keep us wanting to keep on keeping on.
I almost forgot. I did meditation inside of a lucid dream.
I remember this.
Wow, it's way harder to meditate in a lucid dream because it's hard enough staying lucid, But I got an interesting experience out of that. I forget exactly what was going on, but at one point in the dream, I kind of stopped and I go, oh yeah, I was gonna try meditation and lucid dream. So as soon as I really didn't have something to focus on, and I think that's what screwed it up for me. But I probably should have did some homage or something, focus on breathing. I don't know, but I cleared my mind and relaxed, and I immediately, well, obviously I closed my eyes, and I immediately turned into some type of ball, and I was just bouncing around like inside of a square box.
That's so funny.
And I was just like, it's so similar to my sleep paralysis and like that transitional stage that I was just kind of disappointed by the whole thing. So I was just kind of like, oh, whatever. But now that I think about it, it's actually a pretty cool experience. Like,
right.
If I had held on a little longer meditating, I wonder what kind of dream environment would have formed around me. But I eventually, after a few seconds, I lost lucidity. And I had a false awakening where I was holding a dough ball in my hand. And there was this Buddhist monk sleeping on a cot in a corner. And I really wanted to tell him that I meditate in a lucid dream. But at the same time, I had this dough ball in my hand. So I was like, I didn't know what to do with it. And I was freaking out. I wasn't lucid at this point. And I was freaking out. And I just eventually woke up. But
nice.
It was kind of weird that the like that, and it kind of proves, a point of what people think about lucid dreaming kind of proves a point of about what people think about meditation is some kind of Buddhist religious thing. And that thought kind of carried over into my non-lucid part where there's a Buddhist monk in there, and I was wanting to tell him about it. Yeah,
dude, I gotta tell you what I just did. You'll understand me.
Yeah.
But, if I can share just really quick. Okay. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, we kind of talked about it, but I think everybody should try meditation. Forget about it being spiritual or religious.
It's not gonna hurt to try it.
We want to do it to improve our lucid dreaming frequency, but we talked about all the benefits that it's going to do for you anyway, so it can't hurt you.
Nope.
Just try it for a while and see what it does for you. Just forget about all the BS and just enjoy your quiet time.
Yep. If you can find it. Good luck if you have kids.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, what kept me from meditating was I don't have time. But really, do you really not have time? Do you not have 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
No, you know what I mean? Yeah, you always can, if you want to, you can always make time.
I mean, how much time did you spend on Facebook a while ago, staring at your phone, it is hard to find that quiet space, especially when you have kids. It can be difficult.
Shake the shit out of them.
It didn't last because I get more tired towards the end of the week, but like the first of the week, I got up just a little bit early and just went into the living room. It was quiet, nobody else was awake, and I just spent a few minutes meditating, and I got my meditation done for the day.
Nice.
And a lot of people recommend that just do it first thing in the morning. It's supposed to be better somehow, but it's just a tip.
Well, it's also better to have lucid dreams right after you wake up in the morning too, isn't it? Cray cray.
After you wake up?
Yeah, after you wake up. If you stay up for a little bit and then...
Oh, like wake back to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a wake back to bed and meditate. I've done that too.
Yeah. I'm just reverting it back to lucid dreaming now.
Yeah.
But something I wanted to share really quick about... you were doing the meditation in a lucid dream. I actually was meditating to have a lucid dream, and then I woke up in a lucid dream while I was meditating, laying there out in the back of the yard, but I lost it so quick. I was like laying there, and then I was like, oh wait, I wasn't laying here, and I looked around, and then I was like, next thing I know, it's gone. I should have did some reality checks and stuff like that, and I fell into a lucid dream. But I just thought it would relate.
Yeah, and really, that's probably how lucid dreaming became a thing. You know what I mean? Like, You know, because it used to be only be these Buddhist monks or whatever, and it developed into, probably started with meditation, and then it branched off into dream yoga stuff. So, and that's really meditation heavy, and you know, that's basically lucid dreaming. So,
Yep.
I can see that. I can totally see it.
I can see it.
All right, man. That's all I got on meditation.
Well,
I really
love
don't know
it.
shit about anything, but that's what I sort of know.
I love it. Stamp of approval from Dr. fucking Dave.
Okay, as long as you approve, it's good for me.
100%, dude. I back your ass up. Back that ass up.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Don't forget our new email address, mike@lucidforlife.com, or if you want to talk to
David@lucidforlife.com.
Right on. Keep the emails coming. We love it. We would love to hear some suggestions about, the format of the show even, or, things you want us to cover. We're probably looking for a topic pretty soon, I think. So if you guys have ideas, we would appreciate it. We love the encouragement and the love that you send from your heart chakras that reaches through the internet.
We love it. We love it so much.
Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen,
go.
We are lucidforlife.com.
Nice.
Oh, shit. Peace out, guys. Stay lucid.
Happy dreaming, everybody.